snap of a modest position of currency minted for factoring digits. Which of you listen? Which of you listen? Which of you listen? I had these visions of hackers in prison for fighting the system on couching a fiction. Which of you listen? Which of you listen? Which of you listen? Crypto Illuminati from the floppy. No one can stop me. This god is adopting a digital body. Yo, we made paper, these wallets are copy. Private keys tucked on the netbook, extracted in fashion with matching big gold. Crypto lit hundreds of coins that are sitting in places untold. Keys I control, propagate apps on the notes. I got gas, bitch. I got gas, bitch. You go last, bitch. You go last, bitch. Billions of dollars of drugs on the dark that we bought up at marketed rates. And mainlining coins into gambling, hustling, put your boy up with the greats. Now I'm here, now I'm here, now I'm here, now I'm here. Crypto Illuminati, Crypto Illuminati, Illuminati. Forging a chain with all of my gang, decentralizing elite. Crypto Illuminati, Crypto Illuminati. Forging a chain with all of my gang, decentralizing elite. Distributed upside unlimited, find me a thing to disrupt. Solidity contracts to define the process of going and breaking it up. Yeah, I see 20 for taking the money, a token I'm poking around in exchange. Tooling around Asia with king in a blazer, we fixing to teach all these youngins a game. Leverage your name, fuck all these charlatans, man. Fuck all these charlatans talking about bands. Ain't got no treasures or no legend hands. Ain't got no treasures or no legend hands. Got a white paper, no one understands. Starting to scam for a couple of grands. All of these newbies compiling these sports, compiling prices and finding these shorts. Blind assing how I start mining and trying to go in and buy the fine on my grinding. Transaction signing, while I'm fine dining. Shit these coins when the market declining. Unicorn chilling with villains. Damn, the building, the future's appealing. We killing the game from here to Brisbane. Dominate drops on these isle domains. Now I'm here, now I'm here, now I'm here, now I'm here. Crypto Illuminati, Crypto Illuminati, Illuminati. Forging a chain with all of my gang, decentralizing elite. Crypto Illuminati, Crypto Illuminati. Forging a chain with all of my gang, decentralizing elite.
What is good, everybody? Still got about 1-2 things I need to get ready before the stream. One of them being making this cup of tea. I let my coffee get cold while I was sitting here getting everything ready for the stream. I just went to take a sip of it. I was like, oh god. But it has gotten late, so I'm gonna switch to an herbal tea. Nothing special, just a little throat coat tea. It's supposed to steep for 15 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this going. And then I just need to grab my solder mat and we will get into things. Today I'm gonna do the Obliterated 75, which, if you happen to be around and you remember back in September, yeah, I think September, maybe August, I built an Obliterated 75 with some Franken switches that I was trying out that had a terrible actuation point. Put a GMK Boneyard on it, came out looking really good, but the Franken switch recipe was a disaster. It was basically, you breathed on the switches and they actuated, which I suppose there's a use case. There's probably some people out there that want like super speed linears or something, but for me, with the way I type, I tend to kind of hook my pinky under, I guess, and I was constantly putting in semicolons. So I have desoldered that a couple weeks ago. I think it was a week before my birthday when I desoldered, or it might have just been a random stream where I just felt like doing some stuff. But we've got that all ready to go. I just actually pulled the holy mods out of this board, which is pretty simple. Take some tweezers and snatch out a piece of band-aid. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back and we'll get this thing going. Alright guys, what is up? Let's see. Oops, okay, never mind, sorry. Seeing things here. Alright, so I did get me some new headphones this week. Really liking them. They're I knocked my camera out of whack right before I started. I think I did a minute ago. Some Bayer Dynamics. Believe it's pronounced Bayer, not Bauer. B-E-Y-E-R. DT990 Pros. Open back headphones, the first ones I've had. I'm enjoying them so far. Of course, there's beard hairs stuck to this solder mat from where I laid it on the floor. Alright, so actually this is not really a solder mat. This was a tip taken from my boy Hammer Brother. He purchased a silicone dog mat for our dog. Did my camera just freeze up? What just happened there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did both cameras freeze? No, just that one. Okay. Properties deactivate. Activate. There we go. Full degen mode. Activate. Alright. So. Oh no, what did I do to the case right there? Holy crap, that wasn't there earlier when I pulled it out. What the heck did I do? Oh well, I got a ding in the case. Life goes on. What can you do? Okay. So, we have already gotten stabs still on here, and I forgot to grab the switches off of the shelf over there. 1 second. Right here. Yeah, let's see. That should be plenty. Let's make sure these stabs are still operational. Like I did say, I did snatch the holy mods out, which pretty simple. Take your tweezers, reach in, grab the batteries, pull out. Sorry, my desk is so cluttered today. I apologize about that, guys. Don't judge me for my mess here. And I really need to do something about this cable for this. Problem is there's no sockets from the left side of my desk about 2 feet over all the way to the wall here. There's a doorway right there off to my right. And due to there being a doorway there, of course, there's not any sockets. And the closest one is about 2 feet left of my computer. And this thing only has, geez, maybe a 3-foot cable. So I've got it plugged into a hub on my desk. Which I suppose I could put a splitter on where the soldering iron is and plug it right there. But I will do that another time. You guys have waited enough for me to get started on this thing. Let's see here. Still sounds good to me without said holy mods. Pulled the band-aids out. I only had 2 that split on me, and I think that's because I just grabbed them a little tight with the tweezers and kind of pulled too fast. So. Okay. I guess it helps if I put a switch under there, eh? So not a whole lot to do today aside from soldering in some switches and slapping this bad boy together. I think we may put some boron pads on. I have been liking them on my boards lately. And we'll try building it without putting this foam back in there. So I don't want it to be quite as mute this time around. Boron pads. Room temperature coffee. So the coffee I'm drinking was recommended to me by Mr. Tim Keyless. Which, if you're in the keyboard hobby, I'm sure you're familiar with him. He's a great guy. If you haven't checked him out, check out his stream. I highly recommend him. He is currently going through a lot in life and not bad things. He is just recently moved and getting married, so he has a lot on his plate right now. So if you haven't had the chance to drop in and tell him hello, You should do that. But alright. And I've been working on server upgrades for the past couple days, adding more drives to the array and whatnot. And sorry, I just want to see how close this drive is to being pre-cleared. 4.5 hours. What did it start all over? Oh my gosh, it did. Alright. I'm just gonna reboot that thing anyways. Alright. We're on pad time. Anybody seen anything new and exciting on the interwebs that they care to share? Any funny YouTube videos? I think I've just about gotten everything from Mr. Stephen He's playlists of his videos watched to this point. That dude is so funny. He definitely deserves his 15 minutes of fame he's getting right now. If you haven't checked him out, you'll know him as the guy that has made emotional damage a buzzword currently. And if I may say so myself, quite the funny guy. I'm pretty sure when I desoldered this guy, I didn't mess anything up, but you never know, I guess. So here's hoping for the best, but I'm fairly certain we shouldn't have any issues. So hope everyone has had a great week so far. It is the middle of the week here in the eastern United States. If anybody happens to be in any other part of the world, let me know. I'd love to know you guys as well. It's always nice to connect with new people here via Twitch. It is one of the main reasons I've started streaming on Twitch, just because it just adds another level to your hobbies, passions, joys, whatever. If you happen to like video gaming, it's a nice place to meet like-minded gamers. If you happen to like building keyboards, it's a great place to meet like-minded people in the hobbies as well. So personally, I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of Twitch since I discovered it. And I'm imagining if you're using the platform, you are probably in the same boat as me. Move this down here because I tend to talk down when I'm working. Is that better? If there's anyone in chat that could let me know, that would be appreciated. If not, lurk on. Let's see. So, this is my first keyboard stream of February, I guess I should say. I was going to say my first stream of February, but I did stream a little Valheim earlier today, so it doesn't count. For anybody that does not know Frank, Mr. Mushiki, excuse me, Batman Frank, the man of many names. It's his birthday this month, so make sure you pop in on one of his streams and tell him happy birthday. I believe he is actually doing a giveaway each stream this month, he said. So I know yesterday he gave away some Geonworks tool set. So if you like free stuff, if you like good keyboard content, check him out. Also, Hammer Brother, I highly recommend checking him out. He has been in the hobby much longer than myself. He's a good friend. He and I recently did a Old Dudes Learn Twitch segment, which has just been uploaded to YouTube. Part 1. Part 2 keeps giving me copyright issues, so I'm having to deal with that. I might need to just go through and re-edit it and take out the music myself, because every time I try to use YouTube's music mute feature, it doesn't want to work like it should. But part 1 is up, and I do need to add probably a command that'll link to that video. And part 2, I hope to have it up in the next couple days. Had a couple keycap unboxings on YouTube here in the past few days that have gone live. I recorded like 4 videos the other day, 3 videos, 2, I don't know. I recorded a couple videos, and then I had a couple stream uploads that I have yet to publish, so definitely check that out. You can search for Kirball on YouTube. Should be the first one that comes up. If not, youtube.kirball.com should get you right to my channel as well. Oh, and Nightbot just recently said that, so yeah. What's today? Second, right? I can't know why I was thinking it was the 3rd. There's something I've got to do tomorrow. I can't remember what it is now. Remember, I have something planned for the 3rd. Did get a call from my father earlier. He's going to be in town visiting tomorrow, so I'm going to go and spend some time with him tomorrow afternoon, which is always nice. I haven't seen him since my birthday, so since before my birthday, I should say. So now he wants to take me out to dinner. There's a really good Italian place here that he likes, so I imagine that's where we'll end up going. Also, looks like I'm going to be moving in the next couple months, and hopefully by the end of the year I'll be moving back to Florida to go finish working on some degrees I had started on a few years back, because I really just enjoyed school. And when you're going back in your 30s and you're not under the gun so much to get good grades and everything, and I pretty much just took classes that I enjoyed. I was saving the maths and Englishes for the end. I found it to be quite enjoyable, and I would like to go back and finish for sure. And there's never anything bad that comes from learning, I guess, unless you're like learning how to do bad things, in which case, you know, hopefully your morals would guide you away from that. I found that I really like these pour-on pads. I don't know why. I just like what they do to the sound. I feel like they give it a little more pop that you normally wouldn't get. Which I've seen in people's descriptions, other vendors that sell these same pads that I have. See in their description that they say it mutes it. I don't think it mutes it. I think it takes out that excuse me. I think it takes out that bottom out sound a little bit. Like, I mean, it doesn't get rid of it, but instead of resonating through the PCB, you get just the bottom out of the switch, so it's more of an isolated bottom out, if that makes sense. Personally, I've found that to be quite pleasant in my sound profiles. So, something I will likely continue to do into the foreseeable future. And not to mention, I have quite the stack of pour-on pads, so I won't be running out unless somebody somehow, some way comes up with some funky ass shit like every single day. But now if something new comes out that sounds better, I'm sure I will migrate my way over to that. That's one thing about this hobby, it is continually evolving. 3 months ago I would have been putting holy mods on everything I did, and now I've taken time to go back and reevaluate the way that I lube stabilizers, and I still am of the what's the word I'm looking for? I'm still of the belief that I do actually like the way a holy mod feels. I know to some people it's, I believe, what did Glarses call it? A mushy banana. Which I think if it feels like a mushy banana for you, you're probably throwing way too much lube on there. But yeah, it is a little squishier than just lube. And honestly, I found that I liked that. But I also found that in this hobby, the things that I like and enjoy and are constantly evolving with all kinds of new mods and new things. That's one thing that makes this hobby so great, is the experimentation and just all the different things that are constantly being discovered and making this hobby grow. I have yet to use an Epsi mod, which I know how it's done. I don't know. I've gotten to, personally, I am pretty efficient at holy modding and can do several sets an hour, whereas I know I've heard people it took them over an hour just to get a single stabilizer done. But I was approached by one of my customers right before I started my website and was just selling lube switches on Reddit. I was asked if I would do some holy mod stabs, and this was at the peak of holy mod popularity, I guess you would say. So I started doing that, and I couldn't keep them in stock. I was having to limit people to two a person, and now I've got about 15 sets of holy mod stabs over there that I just got done in the past week or so, and they are hardly selling at all. But to be fair, I haven't really advertised they're available yet. And I think back then, not as many people were comfortable doing it themselves. If you haven't tried it, I find personally that the only stabilizer that I really put it on anymore is the spacebar. I can pretty much tell you every issue I've ran into it and problem that I've ever had with it. If you get a sluggish return, it's usually because along what I call the back, the opposite of the wire, on the back or on the front, you'll have a little too much band-aid hanging off, and usually you can take some fine, like the cuticle scissors, I guess, and get in there and snip off that extra band-aid. It'll get back working. And the other thing that's I've found about holy mods that makes things stupid easy, if you don't like it, it is super easy to remove. Like, literally all you have to do is pull up this, come on, get underneath that wire. Pretty much all you have to do is get underneath that wire. So all you have to do is pull the stabilizer up, take your tweezers. I'll show you exactly what I mean here in just a second. Let's zoom out a little bit. So all you've got to do is you pull your stabilizer up and then look here on the ends, and I'll take my tweezer and kind of bunch it up, just kind of push the band-aid through, and then you come over here on this other side where you've got it wrapped around, and you can just grab it with your tweezers and it'll just pull right out. So if you find you don't like a holy mod, it is very easy to remove. And before you hop on the Shubes and Glarsis didn't like holy mods hate train, don't be a follower. You know, go out and try it for yourself before you make an opinion on whether or not you like it. I'm constantly asked by customers and various people, either on Discords or on Reddit, you know, how I feel about this, how I feel about that, what's my favorite this, what's my favorite that. And I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to tell you what I saw somebody else said. I'm going to tell you what I think, or I'm going to tell you my usual answer is I don't answer subjective questions. So if you ever ask me what I think the differences between X and Y, I'm going to avoid that question, just because being as, like I said, do sell stuff, I don't want somebody to get something and be unhappy with it and be like, oh, you told me this was better than that and that's why I bought it. And you know, everybody's preferences are so different that I don't want to steer somebody towards, did I not do 7U bottom row on this? I don't want to steer somebody towards something that could potentially come back to be, I did what you said and I don't like the results. I could have sworn I did 7U on this. Is that 6 1/4? Down sure is. I might change that. Actually, I would go so far as to say we will definitely be changing that. I sworn I went 7U on this board, but hey. I guess my memory is only so good in my old age. For anybody that was here back on the 19th of last month for my birthday stream, it was a lot of fun, and I appreciate each and every one of you that was here. For those of you that weren't here, maybe next year. Actually, we're going to stick with 6 1/4 because I don't feel like going and grabbing a stabilizer wire. Has anyone that's in chat seen the new, they call them Nero V2 Durock stabilizers? Mine actually were supposed to arrive today. If that's the case, I'll be going to check the mail tonight. But Durock has released a solid black housing for their stabilizers along with a black wire. So I do have about 25 sets of the solid blacks, and then I have about 25 sets of the black with gold wires. And I also have just wires, so if you want black wires to change your current ones, I got you on that as well. They are currently in pre-order on the site, but according to tracking, when I checked it last night, they were supposed to be here today. I just was busy most of the day, and then I slept for about 3.5 hours before my stream tonight because I have been living that degen life. Do I have 7U wire right here nearby? Oh, I've got one somewhere. I just don't want to open a set of stabilizers for it. So I do think I want to go 7U. What do you guys think? Does anyone have an opinion on 7U? I feel like for TKLs 75%, 7U is kind of I guess in the words of Jen Jarn, it is the way. I just realized that, so I was in Walmart last week and I saw this coffee mug. I had to get one, so I got my Grogu coffee mug here, which of course the green screen's kind of whacking the color off. That's not right. It's kind of making the color whack. But I just realized my shirt matches my mug. This is just a herbal tea, lemon echinacea. I found that it's nice in the evenings. Let's see here, stabilizer. See, plenty of 6 1/4. Looks like a KBD fan 7U wire. Definitely not putting that in there. Which, I mean, technically a wire is a wire, but yeah, we'll stick with 6 1/4, I guess. Ugh. I guess, you know, I do have a bunch of wires coming tonight. I can always. I thought I had a set up here. No, that's all 2Us. Yeah, we'll wait when Hammer Brother shows up. We'll ask him his opinion. Hopefully he'll be dropping in with us tonight. Let's see. Let me pull up CannonKeys site. Well, it's gonna be hard to do without the keyboard. Let's see what they recommend as far as layouts, because I mean, it's not technically a Sangan layout if it's only got the 2 on the right, but I mean, I guess it still is kind of. I don't know. I'm no. What's the? How do I misspell CannonKeys? I'm no expert on semantics. Shop Brutalist series keyboards. Obliterated 75. I think they released some new colors recently, didn't they? I don't like the Nantucket red. I think what I got is E-red, maybe? Let's see. Layout. If you're going 7U, you only have 1 key on the right side. So I think that would be the reason why I went with 6 1/4. So I guess we'll stick with that. I do like having that function on the right side, even though with it being a 75%, I don't necessarily use layers quite as much. But I like having the option, especially like, say for instance, I want to throw a couple macros in there. If I want to throw a couple macros in there, I want it to be as easy as holding down function, clicking something. Which, as I learned, if people are hating on you in a video game, don't mention a macro pad, because they're just gonna go batshit crazy and accuse you of cheating. I got called a cheater for using a 9-key macro pad, the BDN9 from Kirball, and I was accused of cheating because I made a macro pad that just let me switch weapons. So instead of having to hit like 1, 2, or 3, I could just hit them on there. I'm like, really? That's an unfair advantage in your opinion? Sorry, I'm just trying to be lazy and use as little of the keyboard as possible. I try to play as much as possible with just one hand, so if I can set up a little macro pad like that, and if I'm only using 9 buttons on my keyboard, why would I use my whole keyboard, you know? But some people just, haters gonna hate, I guess. Why does it feel like that's the wrong spot, even though that's where it was soldered before? What was my layout on here previously? I think I had all the bottom row keys the same size. There's not a whole lot of options, according to this. Which I think I probably could go 1.5, 1.5, and 1U. Well, no, because you've got another 0.25 there that you're missing out on. I'm not going to change anything. I like the way it was before, so we'll stick with that. And let's be real, I'll probably only use it for a couple weeks before it ends up in a bag and on to the next one for a couple more weeks. So I did get a couple new things this week in the mail. I got the new polycap set seal, which I have yet to open that. I still have to open Taro. What else did we get? I got some new palette rings, which are really kind of pretty freaking sweet. I'll grab one of those a little later and show you if anybody's interested. If you've ever watched Frank's stream, he wears a little palette that you wear on your ring finger. Makes lubing a little more of a pleasant experience. I know there's a lot of people out there that love lubing, but I have lubed so many switches at this point that a lot of my personal switches, I have someone else lube them. I don't mind paying it if it keeps me able to work on my customers' stuff rather than my own. So yeah, if I sat and spent 2 hours lubing my own personal switches, that's 2 hours of customer switches that aren't getting done. So anybody out there B-split fans, banana split fans? I believe I built these with the 65-gram Gazoo springs. I'll pop one open in a minute and check. These look like they're Desky filmed, if I remember correctly. Desky Films 205. Or they might have been 3203 or 4. So I have tried to get away from 205. Just, I don't know, I think Tribosys does a little bit better job in my opinion. Not that there's anything wrong with 205, it's just 205 has, I know a lot of people want that like buttery feeling as they describe it, but to me I would consider it drag. I think 3203 and 04 is a little thinner, slides better in my opinion, whereas 205, especially if you happen to lube it a little heavy-handed, can get that like slow down. You know, when people say buttery smooth, to me I think of like whisking like a cream or something. That's what I think of a butter feeling, but I know they mean like smooth, like the way it feels, but I think you get just as good a results with Tribosys. But like we have said, preference in this hobby. Find what you like and go with it, and don't be scared to experiment. Without experimentation, there would be no innovation in this hobby, so don't be scared to try something new. I do think that this board could benefit probably from some thicker O-rings than the ones that CannonKeys includes. Just don't have any that are the same diameter. I have some that are thicker. If I have those, I have to order some for my NK87, which I need to pull that thing back out and work on it some more. I really wanted that board to be good. After as good as the NK65s were originally, I kind of thought that would carry over into the NK87, but I should have known better. I should have known better. Yeah, it's way too cold. But one of the good things that Novel Keys has done recently, in my opinion, is the increased PBT sets. Getting the designers from the GMK sets to start making PBT sets. Pretty epic, in my humble opinion. I wish more of these GMK designers would get away from GMK. Like, say if you could get polycaps, or what's CannonKeys call their sets? Nice PBT. If some of these guys that are actually doing in-stock stuff, which all of these large vendors should be doing, in my opinion, if we could get more vendors doing in-stock sets, especially PBT, as I find that to be my personal preference over ABS. We could get more of these designers doing PBT sets, doing them in stock, getting them out faster. It'll be a game changer. Has anyone out there actually tried Seal yet? Personally, I did just get. You know what? No, I would clash with this board. I did just get a Geek Arc Cherry Profile set from Wuche Studios. It's the Lancelot, which is actually got that textured PBT feel. The feel like if you've used Polycaps Corn. I'm trying to think of other sets that have the feeling off the top of my head, and I'm drawing a blank. But it's like, it's not a texture where like you're gonna rub your finger across it and think it feels like sandpaper or something, but it's where it almost feels like a softer plastic because of the way it's textured. Gives it like a, I don't know how to describe it, but it's freaking pretty dope. Okay, now I see why I didn't go with the Sangan layout. This plate does not have cuts to support it. Boo. It's weird. Why would they not make cutouts to where you can... That's the other thing. Why would they have two spots to put switches for the spacebar, yet only have one option on the plate? We could have done this thing plateless. Too late now, I'm not messing with it. I was going to, excuse me, build a mode 65 tonight, but I changed my mind since since mode has pretty much put the last of their parts and extras on sale. I've bought pretty much everything to build 2 more modes. I just need 2 more tops, but I have ordered stuff. Whoa, what the hell happened to that pen? I have ordered brain part there. I have ordered some more bottoms and back plates to play around with some different configurations. I have a silicone mat, so I'm thinking if I can locate a couple more tops for mode 65s, if anybody has one to sell, please let me know, because I would like to build 3 so I could do 1 of each different configuration. I should have bought some more plates. I didn't think about that, but I imagine plates will be easy to get even after the sale of the mode 65, as all you need is somebody to make a plate file and then you got plates for days. But I would like to do same switches. I guess I have different plates, unfortunately. I've got 1 carbon fiber, 2 palm, and 1 is a palm half plate. I guess I could do 3 plateless builds of each of the different mounting configurations to do a direct comparison of which one has the preferred sound. I guess I should make sure these pins are straight before I go to pushing shit on, huh? So for anybody that's wondering what I'm doing, I'm making sure that all of these pins that are sticking out that are bendable, these 2 little copper pins here, making sure that they're all straight, so when I go to push this plate, put this plate onto the board and push this switches down into their spot on the PCB, which reminds me I need to get that. Wasn't there a closed hole on here from where I desoldered? That one right there. Let's turn this soldering iron on real quick. Definitely don't want to try to slide a pin into a hole that is not empty. It's like, you know, you set everything up before the stream, and then as soon as the stream starts, you forget right where you sat everything on the desk. At least that is what happens with me a lot. Try to keep everything in a consistent place, but I use my desk so much throughout the week that it just, nothing stays where I leave it, where I put it too long. Okay, I'm just gonna do this the quick and easy solder wick way. I know there's a lot of folks out there that don't like solder wick, but you just need to give it a try. I found solder wick to be easy. Okay. This may get a little loud here. Let me move this up. Should it? Because I have crisp going, but you never know. Sorry, I just find it easier to figure out which ones if I let the light shine through it. Oh, there was another one. Matter of I know there's another one, but where is it? Doesn't help when everything's in dark mode. So it's just black, they're black. Let's see. Where's the other one? Where are you? Reveal yourself to me. Alright, well, I'm not immediately finding it, so I think we're probably good. So that one right there can use a little bit of solder removed. If you haven't used solder wick before, basically it's like a braided copper. Just kind of take your soldering iron and push the solder wick up there, and hold the heat to the back of the solder wick, and it will wick away that solder. Who would have thought? Solder wick. Wick and solder, eh? Go ahead and put a little tenor on this. Shut it off right now. Okay. Crypto Illuminati from the floppy. Sorry, I've got that song stuck in my head. Got these new headphones, so I've just been listening to music non-stop the past couple of days. What time is it? 10:47. Alright. Do have a call planned for midnight around my time. So do you guys think we can get this all knocked out in under an hour and 15 minutes? So I would hate to make folks wait on me. That would be quite rude indeed. Especially as the person that tries to organize the call, it would be rude for me to make everyone wait. As you've heard of fashionably late, that would be more like asshole late. But we should be able to pretty much speed run through this thing since we didn't have to do much of anything since the stabs were still good. That was built. That was bent. Jeez, we have all these on the bottom right bending. Oh, your hair stuck in it. Okay, cool. I thought it was bending late. Anybody built anything new and exciting lately? Just anything new and boring? I've always liked to hear about people's builds. If you built something new in this first little month of the new year, please tell me what you've built. Anybody tried out any new switches? Found any cool new tools, accessories that they think makes their build a little more enjoyable? I am definitely down to hear, because I do like to try new things. One thing about the forearm pads, don't get the switch in quite as far, which I mean the foam does compress, so it's probably a fraction of a millimeter, or smaller than a millimeter. Let's see, what is it? Milli something with an E. No, wait. It's kilo hecta deca. Is it deca or deci? Then the base unit. and then Dessa, and Cena, and then Milla. So I don't know what gets lower than millimeter. What is going on, Mean Dean? I don't know if that's 11, 2 I's or 2 L's, but how you doing, my dude? How is life? Have you got the computer replaced yet and fixed and back up and running? You ready to play some Valheim? I'm working on spinning up a second server. That way I can have one that's like password free. Yes, awesome, man. Well, tomorrow I imagine we'll be playing again. I took a few days off from playing just to. We needed to focus on some other things for a few days and take a little break. Just had things going on with work, trying to get things ready and get everything squared away, and you know, make a few little upgrades here and there to the storefront and all that good stuff. So we've pretty much done the majority of the content, considering that they still have 3 biomes to even populate, as well as, of course, 1 hair stuck. But there is supposed to be an update coming out in the next couple weeks, where they will be adding new dungeons to the mountain biome. And they still, like I said, they still have several biomes to flush out. We haven't killed the last boss just because he's sort of a placeholder boss. You kill him and it doesn't really do anything for you, and you get an item that doesn't have a use yet, so. But he does look like a pretty interesting boss. If I remember correctly, he's like a skeleton. A skeleton missing the lower half of his body. Just a bit weird, but hey. Guessing he got chopped in half when he was alive. I don't know. It does sound kind of fun to fight a giant skeleton. If you're wanting to play some more Valheim, I thought you were enjoying it until you went MIA and broke shit. Don't do that again, okay? What exactly did you do to break it? Did you drop the PC? From what you explained to me, it sounded to me like you were moving it around the apartment or something and just it got away from you. Tell me the story. Just stab myself? Okay, not enough to bleed, alright. How did this pen come through in the bed? I guess it was probably vandalism. The tip is a boot. Let's see that too fast. Right here too. I guess probably because I came in at an angle since we started one side. Usually try to push both sides down, but the other side popped out, so. Kind of jealous, man. My mom and stepdad are in Asheville currently, and their RV. In their RV, I'd like to go back because there's a pinball museum that was there. That was a lot of fun when I went earlier this year. I'm gonna have my mom go by the Asheville Pinball Museum. They have another little place next door called like the Poster Vault, where I got a bunch of cool posters that I have hanging up. There's a few more there that I wish I'd have gotten at the time, so I'll have my mom swing through there in the next couple of days and pick me up some cool posters for the house. That's where I got my Ahsoka poster and the Mandalorian poster, and then of course gotta have a 1970s Wonder Woman for the bathroom. Got a little Chappelle Show poster too. I need to hang up somewhere. It's a small weird shape, and I just can't find a frame that I like that matches my other frames really. Which, I mean, I guess I probably could do a quick Google search or a quick Amazon search and find one, but those like weird oblong shaped things like that, it's easier just to go up to the store and get them, because if you get it, you don't like it. And it's 15-20 minute drive to the UPS store, just a whole bucket of hassle I don't want to have to get into if I don't have to. Guessing Mean Dean, you graced us with your presence for a minute and then snuck back into the shadows. Unless that yes was a response to my question. I have a feeling that yes was to my question before that. Alright. I think we're good to go here. We have enough people here. Would anyone be interested in doing a poll on how long it would take to do this soldering? See if we can speed run through it, since I'm supposed to be in a voice call in about an hour. Probably take this tea bag out. Put it right here in this cold coffee. Well, if I get hold of it. Up, cool. Turn this on. I apologize in advance if it gets a little weird on the mic. Gosh, I've got to do something. I mean, this thing would be good if the arm that it was on actually held its tension anymore. I don't know what happened that made it stop holding its place, but just doesn't anymore, so kind of sucks. Also, if anybody hasn't seen Gazoo's new stickers, I'm going to be getting some of these soon to throw in with customers' orders. And some other cool little things. So, pretty soon, hopefully I'll be including more than just high chews. Also, we're putting a little more thought into a personal site logo to get some cool little stickers made for that as well. So hopefully we'll have some new swag in the store. Little freebies just to show some appreciation for the customers. Alright, enough shameless self-promotion. Let's knock this out. So I have noticed lately there's quite a few like pretty popular streamers that are god awful solderers. So you know, if you're out there, people, reevaluate your soldering process. Soldering technique. I notice a lot of people just glob on way too much solder. You want a small mountain of solder. You don't want a big ball of solder on the end. You don't want to put the solder directly on the iron's tip. You want to heat the pad and whatever you are combining. And take the solder to the other side of the pad, or that item, or in this case, switch pins. And place the solder to the other side. You don't want to put the solder directly against the soldering iron. And the solder will flow into there and make you a nice joint. You want your solder to look shiny. If your solder doesn't look shiny and looks dull, go back, reflow it a little bit, just throw a little more heat on it, and maybe just a dab more solder. And we get things looking good. I think with keyboards, a bad solder job is a little more forgiving, being as a little less likely to bridge with as much space as there is between between the solder joints. Whereas some of these solder jobs that people were soldering actual other PCBs with a lot of surface mount stuff, they would have a lot of bridging. So I'm not gonna like down talk anybody's solder jobs. I learned how to solder at a very young age, so it's something I've been doing for a long time. And I still have lots of room for improvement. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I am NASA qualified level solderer by any chance, but you know, don't be afraid to reevaluate yourself from time to time. And not just in solder, in all aspects of your life. There is always room for improvement. And if you feel like you've reached a point at something where you can't improve anymore, help other people improve. Hopefully that I'm coming through okay. I apologize, I didn't realize how far away from my face my mic was there. Hopefully you can hear me better now. If you weren't hearing me okay before, I apologize for that. The other day I was in a Discord call for like 30-45 minutes before I realized I had my mic like 4 feet up in the air. So a lot of times I'll just push it up and out of the way so I don't have to deal with it if I'm not, you know, really using it. And a lot of people will just sit there and like struggle to hear you and won't say, yo, can't hear you. But me personally, I try to let somebody know if they're having audio issues, because 99% of the time the person on the other end has no idea they're having an issue, unless they're using like a monitor, which I can't use monitors on myself. I don't know, my own voice drives me batshit crazy sometimes. What am I looking for? There we go. And I think it may be time to replace this filter, to be honest with you. It's looking pretty rough, eh? Yeah, now it's pulling. I have some more filters right over there somewhere. Yeah, it's just, yeah, let me change that real quick. I don't know if you just heard me chuckling to myself there. Currently my stream PC is laying on top of my other PC sideways because I was changing some configurations earlier today and swapping in and out drives to transfer files before I reformatted them. So currently my two PCs are just, one of them standing vertically and the other one's just on top of it at like an angle. It looks ridiculous. There we go. Now we're cooking with a clean filter. That's a saying, right? Let's retend this thing real quick. Ooh. All right, 1 row down, 5 to go. Let's crack this whip. That's not what I want. So let's crank this out. There we go. Guys, if you don't have a solder roll holder, get you one. It has definitely increased the enjoyability of my board, or my builds. Enjoyability, is that a word? It is now. Hashtag enjoyability. Trending soon on a social media platform near you. I want it to stay. Oh, it's staying right now too. What the heck? Alright. Hey. Is it blocking anything? No, perfect. Perfect. If you'll notice, I use a smaller solder, which I know a lot of people like a larger solder for keyboards. Personally, I think you should use the thinnest gauge, thinnest diameter solder that you can get away with. I know people will tell you that thinner solders have more flux. It's not necessarily true, as the rosin core is usually thinner. If you're cleaning up your PCBs afterwards, it'll come off just as easy as if you use a larger solder, and this way you're just able to regulate how much solder you get up there, rather than touch the solder to there and instantly get too much solder. I'd rather have something like this, which I came into soldering keyboards from soldering badge life badges, which I've got a box full of them in there. If anybody ever wants to see any, I should probably start pulling those out on stream. I think people would like to see them. But personally, I was used to soldering much smaller things with much closer, much tighter spacings, tighter tolerance. Well, I don't want to say tolerances, but less gaps between my solder joints. So I needed a smaller solder and a more controlled amount of solder that I was putting on. And I've been using this thin gauge solder for so long. It's what I like, and I would recommend it for anybody. I think people think that a larger solder is easier to work with as a beginner. I disagree. And yeah, you have to push a little more, that's about it. But if you'll notice, I try not to put massive amounts of solder up there. I think it's easier to control when you're using a thinner gauge. And I was looking at sorry, lost my train of thought. I was looking at, there's a lot of those image guides online of what a good solder joint versus a bad solder joint looks like, and a couple of the examples of good solder joints are not what I would consider good solder joints. I mean, they're a solder joint that will work, but whether or not it's a good solder joint, that is a different beast, in my opinion. I guess I'm a bit of a solder joint snob. I think for the average hobbyist, somebody that's not soldering on an engineering level or soldering something that's gonna have a higher specification, those solder joints would probably work fine. As far as keyboard hobby, those solder joints will be fine, but personally, I like good immaculate solder joints. And not to say that I don't fuck them up, because I definitely have done my fair share of fucking up solder joints. So I'm not trying to sit here and say, I'm the best solderer, you don't know how to solder. So if I'm coming off that way, I apologize. It's just I'm streaming and I'm trying to find things to ramble about. And since I'm soldering's what's on my mind, so it's the easiest connection for my mind to make. If I start talking about other things, I'll get distracted from my soldering, so I think at this point I'm up to about saying the word solder about 10,000 times. How do you guys feel about listening to some nerdcore hip hop? Maybe some reggae. I've been listening to a lot of nerdcore the past couple of days. Anyone have any opinions? Might turn the lo-fi off and find something to jam out to. I'll try not to sing and wreck everybody's eardrums. I do have a tendency to sing along if I'm listening to something. Let's see here. Did I close that tab? No. Yes. Okay. Shit, now I just closed the whole thing. History recently closed. Restore window. History. Oh, it's just. Whoa, that was loud. Sorry. I'm not logged in, so let's see. I remember if this is the one that's like a really weird remix or not. Is the music too loud? Looks like it is. Let's turn that down.
Mouse to the keys, computer, the phone, all things with an IP, Wi-Fi cabinet, smart TV, cause this now an IRL RPG. You can sing songs, goons, but I'm the only hacker on the internet that got Kim Jong-un's Wi-Fi password, read on them satellite, ill sex, bloody fuck, bitch to the moon, we be lopping all day as hackers. On the Discord, fishing y'all passwords, yeah, never get a bite, though, suck like lipo, kissing on my bicep, American Psycho, Illuminati sex, yeah, we never get held back, attached, archaic HTML task, gotta mute mics where mama go yell back, a thing this is chat, and you could've smelled that, man, get beat like Jenna's kids, I'm still little Moses in Exodus, I'm the snake in the grass in Genesis, just an error in the line of XML scripts, crisscross that across the site, VC get lit, I turn
Check,
off
check.
tonight, you get hard on Skype, or trash fought on dikes, ill sex, flipping like a shopping cart on ice.
Is that too loud? Is there anyone there that's not got the tab muted that could tell me?
Yo, shouts to dimes, the real porno dimes up on a porno grind. Got a fat back that's torso spine for all you yellow belly bitches with a torture mind. Stack hack hammers on the order prime. A Kevin Minute handbook with a sources line. If you're fortified, change your every up review from 4 to 5. Empowered on the internet, ban couldn't dox president. I'll figure this stand. Everybody lolling at you. Goddamn, Hello Kitty laughing like a motherfucker, man. I'm the real ill sec. Yes, brother, man, make your face look like it's the
Got a hair stuck between the switch and the PCB.
Every morning, mama picking out your outfit. Say you got a botnet, but I doubt it. You claim to be the leader, hacker, but you're outed. I was also 15 once, but I never fronted on the internet for the cunt. Linux on my Fitbit, got a Ben Bridge diamond on my dick pic. I be saying whoop whoop and it's wicked. Ill sec, babe, I
Where
already
the
got
fuck
your
did those
digits.
tweezers just go? I know the second what was that? Okay, it wasn't the tweezers. I know whatever it was, the second I go to stand up, I'm gonna step on it. Alright, this song is getting on my nerves already. I'm gonna have to plug in a keyboard. Ooh, look at that fingerprinted up bottom. Which computer did we just plug into? Perfect. This is not the right artist that I'm looking for.
If you send me another fucking text message to my cell phone, we're gonna have a problem. Better knock this shit off. Let me tell you motherfucker something. If you text my...
Not every geek with a Commodore 64 can hack into NASA.
This one's dedicated to all my hackers. To escape verdicts. Unless we really have to. We hack into NASA. I'll just wait until my BlackBerry dies. I'll replace it with my Raspberry Pi. And instead they ascended to the DX heavens. They didn't know format, so we have to print F. They didn't decrypt yet. Hacked by a pineapple. Because I popped it with vodka and a cyanide capsule. We hack all the things, then backdoor the firmware on anything you bring. Someone's gonna own it. Hold on. I'm gonna listen to the sound test.
Everyone who's, if you're wearing headphones, I'm gonna give like a 10-second delay. It might get loud, so watch out. If you're wearing headphones, lower the volume a little bit. So there you go. So I'll give you a timer for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah, my keyboard's not plugged in.
Oh, wait, my microphone's not working. Please hold. Why is it? Sorry. Uh-oh. Hello? Please hold. Sorry about that. 1 second.
It's like that's the was it strawberry lemonade set that I think we did? And what board is it? It's an icky. I want to see if his sounded good or if he had any issues. I haven't been paying much attention to the chat, but sticky keys. The beep we all know so well and hate so much. I think sticky keys should come default disabled. I mean, who uses it? That is one of the few Infinity sets I did not purchase. Yeah, I realize my camera is a little off there, but I'm not plugging in the keyboard to change that cropping, so overlook it in the meantime, please.
One more time, but I'm gonna do it slowly. I don't know about you, but I really like the space bar. Yeah.
Oh yeah, something I wanted to check earlier. How accurate is...
Oh, hey Matt. Welcome, welcome. We just finished my the Icky and fucking really happy with how it turned out. Oh, hang on. Really happy with how it turned out.
It's
I like the
definitely
space
more than
bar,
180
honestly.
degrees.
Especially when you bottom out on it, it sounds really good in my opinion. So I like this. I really like
Can't
it.
remember what the range is on this
Maybe
thing.
I will modify this a little bit more. I don't think it needs anything. I think it sounds really good from out of the box. Like no tape mod, no anything.
Yeah, it's definitely more than 167 degrees.
I'm definitely going to like play around with this a bit, but damn. Oh, thank you.
Alright. So, what switches were in there? Yeah, I don't know. If anybody's over there in Nokubo's chat, I want to build commands so I can see what those switches are. Por favor. Alright, music, right? What are we listening to? Where is... I guess dual core is not really much... Not really on SoundCloud too much. How's that for sound levels? What are we at here? What time is it? Oh yeah. We got plenty of time.
I've been in this game for years. It made me an animal. There's rules to these bits. Man page for the manual. A step-by-step booklet for you to get your back doors patched, not your house ransacked. Rule number uno, never let no one know how much code you hold. Cause you know, the 0-day heap will spray. Clear the way if the log file touch. Get your hard line cut. Number 2, never let them know your next move. Don't you know bad boys move in silence and pirate
Taken from your wireless.
I done flashed mad chips with these hacks just to patch these bits. Number 3, never trust nobody. IRC is bad luck when you chat too much. Logged and tapped up. Feds got mass plugs. They'll be waiting with the warrant to snatch your stash up. Number 4,
know you heard this before. Shut the fuck up. Number 5, never do no hacks where you rest at. I don't care if you own a house, use a bounce. Number 6, any log, clear text, forget it. Encrypt all your data, take those bytes off the record. 7, this rule is so underrated. Keep
Identities and profiles completely separated.
Cookies and lies don't mix like 2 bits in 1 stitch.
Find yourself one time and move quick.
Number 8, never keep no weight on you. Those cats that run your hacks can jack coins too. Number 9 should have been number 1 to me. Use your right to your attorney.
Keep away from police.
People think you're talking, they won't give an option.
They'll be hopping on your box and ready to start doxing.
Shut the actual up. The easiest of rules, but it still bears repeating, cause you'll want the recognition for your revenue increasing. Discard accounts, randomized handles. Law enforcement loves attacks on side channels. Burn your identities, credit card cancel. Avoid being the topic of a DEFCON panel. Don't bet your future on just a few tools. Even onion sites can have leaks too. Be smart about your OPSEC, think things through. They found DPR,
They'll come find you. It's true.
Hack King, use Signal, use Tor.
Okay.
People think unusual circumstances means complicated taxes, but for a TurboTax
Sorry about smacking the mic there, guys.
Interesting. So, give us everything you've got.
What if I'm a professional gamer with a ton of expenses?
If they help drive views, let's talk deductions.
That's
I'm in a state with no income tax, but my survival videos are viewed in 38 countries.
I can help. And if this is a business dinner, save those jerky receipts. An interesting life can mean an even greater refund. You do your thing. We've got your taxes. Intuit TurboTax Live.
You booked a sunny Verbo ski chalet with endless views of snow-covered peaks. But the thing
Did
that
I? Ooh, what do I do here? Oh, I actually hit off 11 while I had that up. Okay. Alright, cool. We get to the phone. They're not some lame campers.
Let's get a rematch. Rushed out of spawn and got hit with a team clash. Discard the guns, giving my real credit. Rhyme skill legend with a knife kill fetish. Hone these noobs and watch a strong fall. Come play office, we'll meet in long hall. Nickname Deadeye, loaded and cocked. My deagle sends around through the scope on your op. Big guns, small arms, doesn't even matter yet.
You're the type of
Crouch hide in the cabinets. Just tell them now, they better hit the ground. All you hear is when the office dust Aztec lounge. All I hear is
Joran, what's up, man? Hostage down. Sorry, I'm like trying to straighten up here for a second, man. Get presentable. Damn. How you doing, dude? How dirty my mat is. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like it wasn't dirty when I started. I told somebody that I rinse my solder mats out in the shower after the stream. It's just the easiest to do for me because I don't have much of a sink here, so I usually just rinse them out right in the shower. All I hear is hostage down. Oh, what happened? Ugh, I've got a see. I've got to do something about the way I have this solder fan. It just every time I pull the cord too much, it keeps pulling my fucking USB hub too much. So apparently I dinged up this case somehow. Look at that beauty right there. Might have to get like a red Sharpie. Like that, is it new? Yeah, actually I just recently added that. Hostage down. We're the best in town. Looking good with that red? Yeah, yeah. Ultra. So I reckon we'll put Boneyard back on here. I don't really have anything that's gonna. I don't have anything that's gonna not clash with this red. All you hear is hostage down. Hammer Brother, have you tried the mukbang command since I told you about it a couple months ago? Like the weed in the business center? What is... what is the weed in the business center? I think it's what, exclamation point weed in the business center? Yeah, I changed it one day just because like you were the only person that ever checked it. That's what I thought it was. I'm so dumb. Has anyone talked to Project or Frank tonight? Are they going to be able to... What time is it? 11:32? Alright, let's get this knocked out so I don't make everybody wait on me. What's right here? Oh, woo. Frank was ogling Diego's build of the Dolus. Yeah, I saw that, and I've had it open the whole time, and I didn't get the raid. Meh, meh. That's all good. I've noticed a lot of the people with larger audiences, they only raid other people with large audiences, whereas I always like to just go to the bottom of the list and raid somebody there. Which just probably has a lot to do with why I don't get as many big raids. But hey, I could care less. If there was nobody here, I'd still be doing this, you feel me? You feel me, dog?
The time to plan your get-together is now. Find it on Verbo.
I don't know why I'm putting these on here. You know what I should do? It's already got an O-ring on it. Put the O-rings right on the screw. These O-rings aren't... They're a little looser. We'll go with the slow way that they always fall off.
It's hard to grasp sometimes. As someone can tell you, your life is about to be altered, and then everything changes. It's crazy, right? This one goes out to everyone who's taken something unexpected and turned it around. Life's work. The greatest minds of our time begin a new flight. Consider them as geniuses
In the wrong light.
Intelligent, innovative, running up the score. The best co-workers that anyone
Anyone
could
could
ask
ask
for.
for.
Walking with escorts, leaving
Shit, sorry. I'm like smacking the mic with my head here.
Rewind a few hours, they were pushing code to test. A few minutes back, they were cleaning out their desk. Tony was furious.
The business side of this all for you is 1000%. Yeah, I mean, so for me it was kind of my side hustle, but then I happened to lose my job right after I had started the actual website itself, and so now it is my only source of income. But I am not ashamed to go and fall back on a day job if I need to. Luckily, I don't have anybody that depends on me, Exactly. For me, it started out as a way to pay for my group buys. Now it's just, which I have enough in savings regardless of this to survive for a year. I subscribe to that. You should always have a year worth of rent stashed away somewhere. So I haven't had any kids or a wife. So as far as money, all my money goes to me. So you know, I can expend about or expend. I can afford to buy all that dumb shit that people relying on them probably shouldn't. I made my first pour over coffee last night. It's pretty damn good. I went with a recommendations from Mr. Keyless. Yeah, I was never a big fan of coffee, but now that I've tried pour over coffee, I can definitely see the appeal. It's good. It was really good. Actually, I made some more earlier. I dropped a tea bag in there because I made some herbal tea when the stream was starting. I made some earlier, and then I got here setting things up for the stream and let it sit there and get cold, and I just can't do room temperature cold coffee, you know. Just one way. Make sure all the O-rings are in place before we crank this bad boy down. Why do they have to have one right there by the blocker where you can't really see it? Yeah, okay, cool. Just want to check this type test. You'll be 1 minute. Whose type test is it? I just watched. Oh, it looks like Noki rated Quackers. Whose type test are you watching? Who's this ruminative? I remember the name, but I can't put a face to it right now for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I have that desk mat. Well, if he would have told me whose type test it is, I would have pulled it up on stream because I would like to watch it as well. It's the reason I got several streams going here, so I can catch those. What is those with words? What are they making and crafting? They're talking about Pokemon cards or something.
From TikTok. I don't know how Charlie blew up.
And I can tell you, I don't give a shit how Charlie blew up. What? I want a playlist from a Tool Core. Oh, my LED television, hella pimpin' on these internets. I got a relevant mission. So I'll just go with my mix and see what it gives me. Yeah, I've already heard this song today. Heard that one. Just played that one a few minutes ago. I'm a little slightly stupid. Oh shit. I totally forgot about those screws. So you want some even though you never needed to, you feel it, yeah. Ganja never hurt no one. Girls and guys, girls and girls, come together like the diamond and pearl. Wipers isn't doing a sound test. Would you like to roll a little faster? If we rolled a little faster. Anybody in chat listen to Slightly Stupid? Was this a rebuild or a new build? Sorry, I totally missed that. This is, yeah, Haria V60. Yeah, this is a rebuild. This is the same one I had built before with Boneyard and the terrible Frankenswitch recipe with the LT stems and the Tangy housings. Right. All the way to Cali. That's where I want to be. It's where I want to be. Even though. Why do I have an extra screw? Let's see. Is there one in that hole or not? No, I guess not. It's a ganja. The bandolero. They got to shoot up the ones they know. Still there, Hammer?
You booked a sunny Verbo ski chalet with endless views of snow-covered peaks. But the thing they'll remember forever, Grandpa coming out of retirement to get in the hole. The time to plan your get-together is now.
Is it? Right now? That's the time I should be planning my get-together, guys. Did you know that? What the hell? This is like not something I would ever listen to. Why is this in my mix? I don't think I've heard this song. I haven't listened to him in so long. Too many buzzwords, black and white hats, too many hype jacking wannabes, a deaf cop like that. Real hackers out, hijacking your climax. Bullshit hacking, perpetuating. Okay, cool. You need sugar cereal. Getting Lucky Charms, you'll be right back. You do you, my guys. This is a judgment-free zone. I'm a big fan of cereal around here. Alright, how did I have this set up? What? Because we're not white hats trying to write reports. Got home up here. Delete. Okay. Fuck your firewall. Trying to hide your port. Nice report. It's hype horse and hype pipes. The battle hacks. Get on by Meath and tattle after. They can't write their own excuses. And now you think you're worthy the status of Dave Murphy? A ninja's not defined by his sword, of course. And there's more to a network than a switch in a cord. So XCVB. Damaging question. How do you reckon you're elite? Merely brandishing weapons. This is your career. White hats trying to write reports. Any box can be popped with the right resource. So your threat model's worthless. Nice report. Got this right? Yeah, okay. Fuck your firewalls, trying to hide your ports. I don't know why I was thinking. I looked at that and for some reason my mind went to 1U backspace. I was like, what the hell am I using a 1U backspace for? 2, 3, 4.
I say what up to Satori, Subroot, Frederick Diggle, Doc Brown, Atlas, the Janus Group, man. What up to all my homies? Doc Ray,
P
2009, the world is mine.
X S D F G C X C V. Did I do this wrong? I did.
So I've got my essay written,
CXCV.
and I've been working on it for about a week. So now I'm going to show you how I use Grammarly to edit. Okay, so here's my essay, and I'm going to click through Grammarly suggestions in the right panel. Your sentence may be unclear or hard to follow. Consider rephrasing. That's true.
It is hard to follow.
You know, I didn't know my writing contained so many run-on sentences until I started using.
Really? Well, maybe you should just proofread it. Or got my good buddy Hammer Brother there to proofread it. ENM. Seven. To be chillin' in the West Indies. Chapter 5 on my wants and needs. Okay. They say poverty's not real, damn. Just what the reasoning revealed, damn. And I suppose why you ASD you think on your own. So be careful of things where you say. ASDFGHJKL. What the fuck have I done here? ASDFGHJ. My volume feels a bit quiet to you? Is that better? Earlier when I was streaming Valheim, I really was just wanting to listen to music. I didn't really want to be loud enough. Just a bit better. How about now? That's good. Don't add more gain. I was going to add a gain filter, but this is just it's like a lemon echinacea. I think it's called like throat coat. It's nothing special. I just like it, especially like this time of year, because like that dry air just fucks with me on so many levels. So I like it. And it's got a really good flavor. I couldn't tell you what the fuck echinacea is. I wouldn't be able to point it out in a lineup, but I find it to be quite tasty. Have a look around this hack store. Alright, let's see. Check, check. Mic sound okay? Oh, of course the air conditioner has the heat has it cut on. Let me go turn that air off. I really liked the sound of the switches I had. Oh, I'm about to knock my green screen over now. Okay. I really liked the sound of the switches I had in here previously. It was just a bad recipe. It was LT stems and tangerine housings, and they just actuated way too high, and I have 250 of them made. I really just need to get on Mech Market and let them go at part cost because they're a terrible recipe. But I mean, they're all lubed up. All you've got to do is swap stems out. It's a bit loud though. What do you think? Should I throw this piece of foam back in there that was in there previously? My perfectly straight cut there. Oh, man. Foam in the case? Yay? Nay? Anybody? Any opinions? It doesn't help that my mic is literally like blocking part of it. Jesus. You don't think you want that in there? Yeah, I think it sounds good too. How about tribes? What is it? dev.monkeytype.com? Oh, check it out. So, you know this sweet monkey type merch they've got here? I have, last night I ordered this hoodie right here. I didn't see this up there last night, but I ordered this hoodie, and I ordered where's the other shirt? I bought this shirt here, the one with the wraparound text and a little monkey type. Oh, I can't scroll left, huh? But yeah, I ordered this shirt. And I really want to get the like Bongo Cat monkey shirt, but I didn't. I got this one instead. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. They were pricey, but hey, I mean, I feel like monkey type deserves some support. So, what is it? dev.monkeytype.com. Do you guys want to try some tribes? I have no idea how to. Oh shit! Surprise, motherfucker! You're down. Isn't it dev.monkeytype.com, or do I just need to search monkeytype tribe? I thought it was just dev.monkeytype.com to start a room, but the hell, how do you do? Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Code link copied. Should I go spam this in every other streamer's chat just to be a dick? No, I'm just kidding. Would be a good way to get some people to join though, probably. All right, give it a second here. We've got about 5 minutes till midnight. I don't want to make you guys wait. Is Iddywood Out-Topited? Or is it just me and you? Or you know, blow me out of the water with my shitty slow typing speed? Your guess what? Apparently, yeah. I've got to figure out how to make a what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, we'll go with Blueberry Light. Doesn't look bad with our current aesthetic. All right. Have you hit ready? No. It's just me and you. I'm ready to catch this L. I am ready to catch this L. Doesn't this check mark becomes positive? Set, you tried logging in, it's blocking you 1 sec. Okay. You need me to post the link again? Would it be a dick move to at everyone in my chat? I'm gonna at content sound test and monkey. Oh, the sweet little monkey. Monkey type trap. Oops. I don't know what I just hit, but it made like 4 asterisks show up. It's my chat. You don't think that's a dick move? I don't know, I kind of feel like it is. Especially since I have over 200 people in my server. By using at everyone, you're about to mention 230 plus people. Wow, there we go. Fuck them. God, that's such a dick thing to say. All right, hit ready. Let's do a little warm up. Let's see if anybody actually shows up for me just pinging 230 people like a dick. What I'll do is in like 2 minutes delete it and be like, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, there we go. Somebody's in there. I'm going to post it in Hammer Brothers chat real quick, but I'm not going to ping anyone. So I've seen like, what's going on, man? I almost wore that shirt tonight. The problem is I ordered a green and a blue shirt, and the green screen just doesn't work with them half the time. And when are you going to post some damn pictures of what your desk actually looks like? I don't believe it is that clean all of the time. Was that extremely loud? Lux, are you actually in the same state as me? Oh, shit. Sorry about that, man. 90-inch wide monitor. Get fucked. Nah, fucking 90-inch monitor. This is how you know you got your monitor game right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, only 4 of them are on right now because the stream PC is currently laying sideways on top. Here, you want to see this shit? This will make you laugh. Fuck, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to take off of there. It might be easier to pause the overhead camera. You want to see something funny? So today I was transferring data off old hard drives, and rather than put them in my server, what I've done is I've put the gaming PC is there on the floor with the streaming PC sitting on top of it. Oh man. Oh shit. 1 second. I'll turn that back on. Hey, man, I'm a function over form kind of guy around here. Like, honestly, most people, if they saw the way I lived, like, I'm not a hoarder. I just like I don't know why. I do better when things are disorganized. Like, I used to have a buddy that, like, before he became a junkie, would like pretty much live with me because he was living with his parents. You know, he was younger. This was years ago, and he would practically lived with me for a while there. And like, people would come over and be like, "What the fuck? How do you live like this?" He's like, "Hang on." He's like, "I know it looks crazy, but there is a method to his madness." So like, yeah, so I kind of have just like, and then I save boxes. I save every fucking box for some reason. Well, because I use a lot of the boxes to ship people's stuff, to be honest, but, and I just have tons of empty boxes. About once a month, I've just got to go to the dump with boxes. Match the girth of your hog. You got a pet hog? That's pretty cool, man. What is this? The cable meetup? Hey, I mean, we can do that. Is everybody ready? Guest one still has to ready. I don't want to hit start. Everyone is ready. All right, here we go. I'm ready to get blown out of the water real quick. Oh my god, I'm already fucking this up. Oh wow. You can restart on tribes? No, really? Gosh. It's always like the first type test is decent and then I just go downhill because it's like people are watching. How bad did I do? What am I? I'm guessed. I was actually in third? No. Y'all are just... So isn't there a way to continue without making a new room? Next test. Leave room, back to lobby. I think once everyone readies, I could just hit next test, right? You don't make cables. That's right, he doesn't make cables. He makes awesome shirts that are preaching the gospel of linear life. But hey, Lux, are you in Charlotte? Or is that just where stuff ships from? Because if so, you're just a few hours away. Am I like sort of doxing you? That was kind of dumb. Are you in the state that your return label says? I need to talk to Danny and see if he's going to do another keyboard meetup. That's where, okay. All right. That's kind of what I figured. I'd always thought that you were in Texas, but whenever I got the package and saw that it was from Charlotte, I was like, wait, am I confused? I'm going to need one of y'all to make me some new cables. These cables I've got are, not everyone is ready. Who hasn't ready? Guess 2. Hit that ready. Let's try the next test. I need some new cables. These cables I've already sent. This guy's in Raleigh, so he's only a couple hours away, and you know he's always taking care of me. But I keep getting to where this gets loose, and then it stops making connections. And yeah, these are just too big in my opinion. I want something smaller. How to play? Oh, what just happened? GRN. Oh, there you go. Next time, let me know. I'll hit you with a permit. You need to be VIP or higher in order to post links. Oh, there you go. Now y'all can post links. Who's guest 2? Are we going to start without him? Or are you trying to hop up in here, Mr. Cables? Now my tea is cold too, but at least this doesn't really matter. You're ready? Who's guest 2? All right. Wrong mouse. Hey, you have one of these Starlight 12s too, don't you? Notice it hasn't been in your pictures lately. Alright. Oh, shit. Jesus. What just happened there? Did that end like super quick for y'all? What the? Huh? Is there... If I change it to 120, it won't let me. Now it's just like throwing me another one in here. Do I need to make a new room? Yeah, why is it ending so quick? Like, what the fuck? I guess I need to make a new room, huh? I've noticed that's kind of been the thing lately. Are you guys waiting on me to get in this phone, voice call? I'm in there. Have we talked to Project or Frank? Are they going to make it? All right, new room. Here's the link. As many people as there are in IT that work for Monkey Type, you would think one person would reach out to Monkey Type and be like, "Here, let me fix this code for you right quick." Got kicked from the stream too. What the hell? Well, my game's a bit high now. I cranked it up earlier. Yeah, this does sound a lot better than it did before with foam in it and no Poron pads. Do I need to post the link again? Is the link not working for folks? Or do we need to just give up on our dreams of tribal dominance? Is Final Mouse going to be dropping more mouse now, or is it? Yeah, they're going to keep dropping mice. I can give you the link to the Final Mouse Discord if you need it. But supposedly they're going to make enough Starlight 12s to get in everybody's hands, so everybody that wants one should be able to get one. During this drop, I fucked up and accidentally got the small. I meant to get a medium, but I was just like, check out really fast. And then on the other computer, I was like, all right, now fuck, I got smalls. Let me try and get mediums, and the mediums sold out first. The white and gold went. So the drop before this one, the first Starlight, the whatever they called them, the ones that were based on different gods, that was the red and white was not the Hades. What was red and white? Anyways, that drop, I was working, I still had a day job then, working in a kitchen, and I had told my boss like a month before, hey, I'm taking a 15-minute break. When the alarm went off on my phone, I was like, all right guys, I'm going to take my break. One of the delivery drivers went into the bathroom and he was able to cop one, and I got hit with 6 captchas and wasn't able to get one. I'd forgotten to turn my damn VPN off, and then he wouldn't sell it to me. He ended up selling it to somebody else for the same price that I would have offered him if he'd sold it to me first. So there's a new there's a new firmware for it that I haven't tried yet. I got a couple of guys from the Final Mouse in my Discord as well, from their Discord. What's this here? What am I getting pinged with? Oh, for anybody that didn't see Old Dudes Learn Twitch Part 1 with Hammer Brother, Gazoo, and myself, there's a link to it. Part 2, as soon as I can get it to where it's not getting copyright infringement, we'll get it going. It keeps like saying that it's good, and then like an hour later all of a sudden it hits me with it's an infringement again. So I need to stop talking and type. Oh, I'm typing so slow tonight. Wow. What the fuck? God, that was garbage. Garbage. Yours wouldn't focus. Couldn't focus on the test? Did you click it? You're not the junk. All right, well, I think it's time that we put a damper on this thing, because I don't want to make you guys wait on me. So I know y'all are wanting to probably knock this call out. Keep it does sound good. Usually I don't like GMK, I just happen to like this set. If every row sounded like that, or like that, that would be cool, but it is what it is. Let's raid. Let's see, Quacker's raided me on my birthday. Should we throw her a raid? Let's go see who all is on. Like I said, I like to raid whoever's at the bottom. Those keyboards. Oh wow, there's quite a few right now. Let's see, we got Ramuit building an NK65. Who is Castle Bravo? Running through different something. Oshika has just gone live, or Oshika, whatever. The guy who, Australian streamer guy. We've got Ruminative, Equilian, Ken's Keebs building tofu, Moving Pewters, Fancy Colored Matrix, Quackers here. So, the question is, who is going to benefit the most from my raid? Yeah, just a moment. I've already hopped in voice chat. If you guys want to hop in there right now, and you're more than welcome to. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. So, Ruminative is your vote. How many? I've got 7 viewers. Yeah. Let's see, what should we say? What's she building? Mail day and a tofu. A bunch of tofus tonight. Raid message. Anyone with ideas for raid messages? Where the fuck is Frank at tonight? He's not degenerate. I'm disappointed. He should be here. Hey, I unlocked an animated emote slot 8 days ago. Why am I just now seeing this notification? I've got a bunch of emote slots, I realize. I need to make like a dozen more emotes here, it seems like. If anybody's got some emote ideas or some graphic artistry skills, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll probably use the same person I used in the past. A bearded, just a floating beard. What are we? Bearded what? I need to get like just a bearded, just a random beard floating in the air. I mean, I would imagine that's been done several times. Raid messages. We're gonna do a raid message. A bearded gnome. See, the thing is, at my last job, they would always fuck with me and tell me I looked like a gnome. If I did that and one of them dropped in my stream, I would never hear the fucking end of it. I do love a good gnome though, and a gnome without a beard, it's not a gnome. Raid message suggestions. What do you guys think? Let's see. Just got no desk pad out. Bearded keyboard. That would be a sight to behold, to say the least. Mail day, tofu 65 switch swap. Just want to do the traditional show us your keybs. There you go. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out. I'll be back next Wednesday with another build. Hopefully the rest of those parts will show up. We'll build another one of these Mode 65s. If for whatever reason it does not show up, we'll build something. Got a few things hanging around here. We'll figure it out. But thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate you being here. Do we have any new follows today? I had a follow before I went live. Shiggy 22. Thanks for the follow if you're here by any chance. Thanks everybody to choosing to spend your time with me. I know your time is valuable, and I'm glad you think I'm worth it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. See ya.